Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the first day of final presentations by the Salazar Center's inaugural cohort of Peregrine Accelerator teams. I, for one, can't believe how quickly this day has arrived. It seems like just yesterday that we were meeting the members of these teams for the first time at Ghost Ranch in New Mexico, and it's already been almost 6 months. I think everybody here in the Zoom with us is familiar with this program, but for any partners and friends who may be tuning in on the Vimeo stream, I'll just say briefly that we launched this program a little less than a year ago in fall 2022, and our call for proposals received nearly 30 eligible applications from across the Rio Grande Rio Bravo Basin. The 9 teams that we'll be presenting today, tomorrow, were selected that pool via a multi-stage evaluation process. Each received a $10,000 seed grant to participate in a cohort-based accelerator program over the last 6 months. We provided tailored curriculum and mentorship in order to help each team get their proposed conservation solution ready for successful implementation. So since March, this group has been receiving training and guidance on fundraising, strategic planning, community engagement and network building, program evaluation and adaptive management, as well as on issues that are unique to each team, such as conservation finance, equitable access to recreation, stormwater management, and transboundary governance, just to name a few of those topics. The presentations that you will hear today and tomorrow will reflect in part some of what these teams have learned and applied to their work over the last 6 months. Now that the accelerator curriculum portion of the program is wrapped up, we had our last workshop about 2 weeks ago. It's time for us to fledge this incredible cohort of teams and let them get back to the important boots on the ground work that they've been preparing for. So following these final presentations, some teams will receive grants from the Salazar Center in order to implement their proposed projects. We won't be making award decisions today. We're going to take a few days and make that announcement next week, so you'll have to stay tuned. Briefly, before we get started, I'd like just to remind everybody of the schedule for today and tomorrow. There will be 5 teams presenting this morning and then 4 tomorrow. Each team will have 25 minutes to present and then 10 minutes to take questions from our evaluation panel. And there will be a 15-minute break between each presentation. If you miss any presentations today or can't join tomorrow, we'll be recording everything and sharing those out as well. I want to take a brief moment to say thank you to all of our funders who have supported the Salazar Center to develop and run the pilot year of this program. We would not be here today without the support of these folks. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the VF Foundation, who gave us the first grant to run this program and implement it, as well as the Trinchera Blanca Foundation, an affiliate of the Moore Charitable Foundation founded by Louis Bacon, the Cynthia and George Mitchell Foundation in Texas, the Gates Family Foundation here in Colorado, as well as 2 of our former Salazar Center board members, Jim Kelly and his wife, Amy Knox, and Martha Records and her husband, Rich Reynaldi. I'd also like to acknowledge my team from the center for all of their support in making this first year of the program happen, and especially to my colleague, Shoshana Dean, who's been an integral part of this program's success so far. I'd also be remiss not to mention our previous executive director, Beth Conover, who retired from the center earlier this year, but whose vision and bold mold-breaking tendencies were integral to turning this accelerator program from an idea into reality. Last but not least, a huge thank you to our panel of expert evaluators who are joining us today in this final stage of the program. We've got up to $175,000 to award as part of this process for implementation grants to teams, and this group of folks is going to lead that decision-making process. So on that panel, we have Citlali Cortez Montano, Ernesto Ankerlin, Faye Hartman, and Shani Navalka, and I will pass it over to you all to make brief introductions to yourself, and then we'll get the presentation started. So Citlali, do you want to go first?
Sure, thanks. Thank you for the invitation. It's great to be here. It's a little bit late in the part of the world where I am, and I just got off of the train. And it's been kind of an epic afternoon, so I will let the others present themselves. I'm Mexican. I've worked in the borderlands for a long time, and I'm super excited to be here. Thank you.
Ernesto, how about you go next?
Hola, hola. Good morning to all. I'm Ernesto Ankerlin Höflich. I'm Regiomontano, which means I'm from Monterrey, Mexico. Lived in here most of my life. I've been involved with international, national, and regional conservation basically since my youth, and I'm very happy. I'm currently focused on more regional projects, working as a scientific director for OVIS, Organización Vida Silvestre. Very pleased to be here, and thanks for the invite.
Faye?
Hey everyone, my name is Faye Hartman. I'm the Conservation Director for the Southwest region with American Rivers. Thank you for inviting me to be one of the evaluators for the Peregrine Accelerator. I'm really looking forward to the presentations today. I'm based in Denver, Colorado, and I've been working on rivers and freshwater issues in the Southwest for the last 10 years or so. And so I really look forward to hearing more about all the great projects. Thanks so much.
And Todd?
Katie, did you call my name? Okay.
Just did, go for it.
Hi, everybody, and good morning or good afternoon, depending on what time zone you might be dialing in from. I'm coming to you from Cambridge, Massachusetts, which is the headquarters of the Lincoln Institute of Land Policy, where I am the Associate Director for Sustainably Managed Land and Water Resources. And in that role, I coordinate the activities of the International Land Conservation Network, which is a network based at the Lincoln Institute that connects organizations, practitioners, and experts around the world who are focused on advancing effective, innovative land conservation through civil society efforts. And I'm very excited to be here today, excited to listen to all these presentations, and very honored to be asked to join this panel. Thanks.
Thanks so much, everyone. So grateful, especially our evaluators, to have you in this process. I've joked that Shoshana and I have spent far too much time with this cohort of amazing people over the last 6 months to have made unbiased opinions in terms of the funding process at this stage. So these guys are really integral in helping us figure out the best way to do that and do so objectively. So the first presentation that we have this morning is from Pronatura Noroeste. We're about 5 minutes ahead of schedule. So I would be okay if we take that 5 minutes, so that for any funders, partners, friends that are tuning in on that Vimeo stream, if anybody is jumping on right at 9:20, then they won't miss any of that first presentation. So if we can, we're just gonna go on hold for a quick few minutes, and then Rosario, you'll start right at 9:20.